What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and this is Bomb Book Reviews, and today we are going to be jumping into my list of Buzzwordathon hopefuls for 2023. If you are unfamiliar with what the Buzzwordathon reading challenge, I guess is what we're going to call it is hosted by the lovely Books and Lala, and she does this every year. She comes up with challenges for each month, which are buzzwords that are in a lot of book titles. So for January, the buzzword challenge is going to be life and death. They're like the buzzwords that she's thinking are showing up in a lot of titles. So for this one, I am going to be reading A Little Life by Hanya Yanagara. And obviously with it already being January, I have already started this one. I am probably about 150 pages in, and all I can really tell you about this is that everyone has said to me good luck, and I am expecting to struggle to read this because it is very out of my usual realm, but I'm excited to get into it. It's reading quite easily so far. I am listening to the audiobook as well. So far so good. February, she has chosen verbs, so anything that is an action word. So for that, I'm going to be reading You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao, because it is on my 23 books I want to read for 2023. I figured I may as well do a little bit of crossover. As I mentioned in that 23 books for 2023 readathon, this book follows a main character whose boyfriend unfortunately passes away. She calls him, trying to connect with him and just listen to his voicemail, except one day he actually picks up. For March, we have the word secret. And for that, I am going to read The Secret She Keeps by Michael Robotham. This is on my unhaul challenge list for the year, the 12 books that'll self-destruct. So I figured I may as well throw it on here as an extra motivation to try and get to it. It has also been turned into a TV series as well. So I'm more inclined to want to read this now, because once I have a book on my shelf that has been turned into an adaptation, I get excited to read it so I can watch the adaptation. April is emotions. So for this one, I've kind of twisted it a little bit, and I'm going to be reading Razorblade Tears. Now, I don't know if you agree with this, but to me, when I think of emotions, I also think of things that people do to show their emotions. So tears is what I'm going for in this one. This is by S.A. Cosby, and it says, a black father, a white father, two dead sons, a quest for revenge and redemption. I have a feeling this is very much a hard-hitting, contemporary, difficult, hard-hitting read. So, you know, 2 in 1 year, why the hell not? For May, we have flavors, and for this, I'm going with Red Rising, because you have like red lilies. I'm classifying red as a flavor. I asked some friends in like a live chat that I was in, and they agree with me, so I'm going with it. June is the word other, and I'm going to be picking up Other Words for Smoke, which is also on my unhaul challenge for the year. I bought this purely because it had a beautiful cover and print sprayed edges. Know nothing about it, still know nothing about it. All I know is it said it's a fantasy and that it was beautiful. So I'm either going to read it for Buzzwordathon, or I am going to just unhaul it. For July, we have weather words, and for this, again, I have twisted it a little bit, but I'm going to go with Wild by Kristen Hanna, because you can have wild weather. I am going with it. If we were playing categories, I would give you the points. So yeah, that's my choice for that. This, I don't need to know anything about. All I know is it's Kristen Hanna, and I need to get to it because it was on my failed TBRs for 2022, and if I don't read it by the end of 2023, I have to unhaul it, and there is absolutely no way I am unhauling a Kristen Hanna book. August is Body Parts, and for this, I'm going to be reading The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I DNF'd Prior of the Orange Tree, but I am giving Samantha another chance with this one because I have heard it is much more palatable than that one. I'm going to be buddy reading this with Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading. If you would like to join us, comment down below. I'm sure Brittany won't mind extra people joining us to read this. It will be obviously in August as well, which is when I host Pick Pongathon. So who knows, maybe this will be like a bonus point buddy read for Pick Pongathon or something. If you would like that to happen, let me know in the comments down below. September is game words, and for this, I'm going to go with Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. I've had a couple people tell me that this should be one that I should have unhauled from my TBR when I did my entire owned TBR list to like help me get through my list quicker, but I'm tempted to give it a shot. I feel like I might like it because I really enjoyed Ready Player One, so we'll see. But if I choose to DNF it, my backup option will be Marilou's Warcross. War isn't necessarily a game word, but on the front it literally says player, hunter, hacker, porn, which are all game words. So that's my backup option. October is magic words. So for this, I'm going to go with Fairy Tales for Wilder Girls. This, I realize I didn't tell you what Warcross or Ender's Game is about. Ender's Game, I don't really know. I've just heard it compared to Ready Player One, and Warcross I've heard is compared to Ready Player One but better. So that's all I needed to know because that was one of my faves. So, Fairy Tales for Wilder Girls, this is one that I picked up at a secondhand bookshop purely because I loved the cover and I needed like an extra book. And it is described as a deliciously dark bubblegum gothic fairy tale from an Australian talent. So I'm excited to read a gothic story from an Australian author because I haven't really come across one yet. November is the word good, and for that I'm going to be reading Good Dog. I just didn't grab my copy. I'll put a little photo up here for you, which is a feel-good story about a dog, I think. I don't know. I just picked it up. It looked it. And for December, it is sound words, and for that I'm going to be doing Echoes of War by Tanya Blanchard. I have the NetGalley copy of this, which I needed to review. I now have the physical copy. It's about time I get to it. So that is going to be my December Buzzwordathon book because it is Echoes, which is a sound, and this is a historical fiction based in Italy in 1936. And of course it's based on a true story, so that's all I need to know is it's in the time frame I like to read about. It's based on a true story, and it's Tanya Blanchard, which I have enjoyed reading from before. So there you have it. They're my Buzzwordathon hopefuls for 2023. Let me know in the comments down below what you're planning on reading. Are you going to be trying to complete the Buzzwordathon reading challenge this year? If not, let me know if you've read any of these books and if you agree with my choices. Also, all my other social media platforms are down below, so make sure you go follow me there so you can see things that I don't post on here. Give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, have a great weekend and happy reading. Bye!